You guys want to come to work? You want to go to work? Let's go to work. Let's go. We're gonna have a fun day. I'm taking these two to work, at least for a little bit. So, on the agenda for today, I am headed to West Loop first. I'm gonna hang out there for a little bit. I'm gonna try and capture some content of the team because I didn't get as much yesterday as I wanted to get. Then I'm gonna bring these guys home, have some lunch, and then I'm going to head over to our River North location and probably work up at the front desk, maybe try and do some content capture there. So, should be fun. We've got two color desks going on right now. I'm trying to shoot horizontal, but also vertical for stories. Alright, so I'm in between while some people are working on their stuff. One of the things that I think that is super important in able to give you energy, either just in general or creatively, is inspiration. And having grown up here in Chicago, one of the things that actually gives me so much energy is the city itself. You know, whether it's the people, the creativity, the history, I always get something out of the city. And so I want to introduce a new segment to you, Chicago Style. I want to take it back to where modern Chicago started, and that is with the Great Chicago Fire. Now in 1871, a fire started on O'Leary's farm, as the tale goes, and it spread north and it burned essentially everything that was downtown. Now, in the moment, that could only have been absolutely devastating, right? The entire place had been leveled. Fast forward a little bit, and it actually was a blessing for Chicago to go through that. At the time, Chicago was not as large of a city as it was. But because of the rebuilding process, it created opportunity. And you had architects, designers, carpenters, all these people moving to Chicago because they knew that opportunity was coming because of what had just happened. It also gave Chicago the opportunity to create the plan. Now, the Burnham Plan didn't go into effect until 37 years later in 1908, but I really think that without the devastation of the fire and everything being removed in the way that it was, that it wouldn't have given the opportunity for the plan to be developed. And the plan is what has made Chicago such a beautiful city, locking in our lakefront, providing for the grid system that we have for our streets. And so the thing that I take from the story of the Chicago Fire, while it's called the Great Chicago Fire because of the devastation, I think it's actually the Great Chicago Fire because of what it did for the city. And so whenever I'm in a negative zone or thinking like, this is terrible, this is the worst, I always think of the opportunity that might be able to come out of it. And so that's what I want you to think about. Next time you're in that situation, whether it's maybe the situation that you're in now, maybe it's a walkout, maybe it's on a personal side and maybe a relationship breaks apart, and you feel it and you're like, this is the worst thing, it might end up being the best thing. Hey, you guys ready to go home?
So I dropped the dogs off. They're at home. They're living their best life. I think that there is an unprecedented amount of meals I end up eating in the car in between doing things. So tonight's dinner is a ham and Swiss sandwich from Whole Foods in between salon visits.
All right, so we have an awesome opportunity here. Our stylist Lily is about to take one of her clients from blonde to red. Awesome story to try to capture. So I'm going to film that for her. Wait till you see what Lily just created. Amazing. That's a wrap for today.